Hello and welcome to another hangar review. This time we will look at this Diamond League 2 hangar of one of my subscribers. He plays all game modes, preferably Team Deathmatch, but for this review I will consider it as a universal hangar. So let's have a look at the builds. The Harpy with Incinerator Scorches, this is the classic Harpy build that is optimized for blast damage. Very effective against groups of opponents and a support damage dealer. You also have the legendary Twins pilot for it, which adds another layer of safety during descent. Also a nuclear amplifier and an anti-control fit very well. The advanced healing unit makes it a bit more resilient against orbital strikes at this low level, so this is a very nicely set up build, especially for your favorite Team Deathmatch mode. The Hawk has suffered from a couple of nerfs in the past, nonetheless it's still a very powerful robot because of its firepower. You run a hybrid of Magnetars, Puncher and Hail. A few months ago the Puncher and the Hail were meta weapons and the Magnetars were okay. Today, the Puncher and the Hail have been nerfed, but the Magnetars have been buffed. So if you should decide to level up any of these four weapons, I would start with the Magnetars. The Hail has been nerfed into oblivion, but the Puncher is still performing quite well. So this is still a quite effective sniper build that you run with Kyle Rogers. Also this is a very reasonable choice because it's still the strongest pilot for the Hawk. A heavy armor kit, a repair amplifier and advanced healing indicate that you try to compensate for the Hawk's biggest weakness, which is its low health points. It's basically a glass cannon. For this reason, it will carry you through Expert League and Master League, but once you've reached Champion League it won't be as effective anymore, but this will still take a while. The Siren with Smooter and Cramola, this is one of the best mid-range support damage dealers in the game. Yang Li is the strongest pilot for it, and with a repair amplifier, an overdrive module and advanced healing, you are more than well prepared for advancing into the upcoming leagues. The Capri is the best robot in the game at the moment. You run a hybrid with Blaze, Scatter and Magnum. Probably you don't have a second Scatter, which is fine for now. In case you should not win it from a silver chest opening, you can always build one in the workshop. Overdrive and advanced healing are fine, and with Misaki and Ponche you also run the strongest pilot for it. Finally, your Aubing with Squall, Lantern and two Vengeance weapons. This can be optimized a bit, especially the Squall is not so effective on the Auming. I would rather go with the standard Retaliator in case you haven't sold it in the meantime. In long terms you should look into getting a second Lantern from somewhere. This will make a very annoying mid-range support titan out of it if you play it carefully. You run it with a Selfix unit, which is a quite good module, supporting the Outrun healing ability quite efficiently. So in short, this is a great hangar for Diamond League 2. If you just level up your gear a bit, you should not have any problems to end up in Champion League one day. But be a bit careful, for me it looks like a bit that you exchange your gear quite frequently, so you never really have the opportunity to get anything beyond level 7 or so, because you always want to run the newest stuff. I would rather select one or two robots that you really like with appropriate gear and bring them up further in their level, otherwise you may get stuck in Diamond League, because you will never really reach enough firepower and sturdiness to advance. The first thing that you can do to improve your hangar right away is to unlock the 5th hangar slot. Actually, this should be one of the first things that you save up for in the game. On my baby account I just unlocked my 5th slot a couple of weeks ago and I just reached Silver League 2. So this should definitely be a priority for you at this point. It will give you one more option to choose from and stay unlocked for the rest of your War Robots life. The second thing that you should focus on is your Titan. This is the strongest robot in your hangar that can decide battles for your team, so it is a good idea to first get a coherent weapon set and a couple of premium models for it. For the Auming, the strongest setup at the moment is a Dazzler Lantern build. So I would get up the level of your Lantern first and then get a couple of tier 4 damage modules from somewhere. With regard to your gear, you have great modules, great robots and great weapons, but as mentioned before everything is at very low level, so I would level up a few selected items that will bring you forward in medium and long terms, starting with your Capri and your tier 4 weapons. As a rule of thumb, your weapons should always be something like 2 levels above the robot that they're mounted on. For now, looking at your hangar, it's quite the opposite, so for this reason you lack firepower, which is keeping you from advancing up the leagues. Finally, you can try a few things out, for example putting a repair amplifier on your Capri, because it's much more effective on there than on your Hawk or on your Siren. And in long terms, if you like Team Deathmatch best, you can try to get something tanky and universal for your 5th hangar slot. The best choice at the moment would be a second Capri, simply because it's OP for the moment, but also a Behemoth, a Fenrir or even a Mender can work quite well for this role. So this concludes my hangar review of this Diamond League 2 hangar. In case you would like your hangar to be reviewed as well, you can find instructions on how to apply in this video's description. Thanks a lot for listening in and see you on my channel.